This is the first vlog of the road to 2026. What's a lesson that we've learned today?
Alright, never get the middle seat on a long plane. Like, that's the first lesson.
That is the first. Don't get the middle seat, bro. I don't care.
Just do it in advance, man.
Always checking ahead. Always look and think ahead. That's what I didn't do, and that's why I was in the middle seat, surrounded by people coughing and sneezing and bobbing and weaving. So yeah, we just had to. we just as a declaration, as a declaration to our future self, we will never sit in the middle seat ever again. Tell people your top 3 tips for smashing pull-ups.
There's a lot of it's just grip strength. And then after that, focus on doing one perfectly.
Man, look at this, man. Beast mode. Animalistic. Primal. Energy. Shit.
Hey, I just had a 30-hour flight.
Them people are stuck in a maze. Most hated or the most loved. I'll still be one of the greats. That shit ain't up for debate, but I still might let them debate. That's how I be setting the bait. It's me that determines my fate. Listen.
So David, tell them a little bit more. How do you structure your gym days? Like, how do you decide what you're gonna do on this day and what you're gonna mix up together?
I do day 1, day 2, day 3.
Okay.
So day 1, I'll start off with pull. Day 2, push. And day 3, legs. And after every other session, I'll do abs at the end.
Okay, so every session includes a bit of abs.
Yeah.
How many days do you usually have between your days? So say if you just did push today.
So I'll do 3 days in a row, and then 1 rest day.
I had to find me a different way and I straight from the looking glass. I remember times when I was down on my knees and I just had to get it past. Most people don't know what to do when these times keep on getting hard. December was getting hard. December was getting dark and I had to just go and make me a path. All of us deal with the same old bullshit.
Hey, you got any free game for them, David?
Free game at the moment. Just live every day, be 1% better every day. Before you know it, 100 days past, that's 3 months, 100% better.
There you go, man. You heard it from the man. You heard it here. For that one thing that yesterday just really made me clock is like, when you've gone most of the way on the way to the thing you're trying to get, and then
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
don't be discouraged. Like, we had this whole thing yesterday where we were trying to go to this basketball court that I could see from my window to do a photo shoot. Man, we must have walked like what felt like hours. It was only just half an hour, but we felt like we walked forever trying to get to this place.
It was almost an hour, I think.
Yeah, and honestly, this thing was starting to feel hopeless. We couldn't find it. And then just literally on the way there, we saw another location that was probably even better. Honestly, so many times on the way there, I almost gave up. So many times I was about to say to David, hey, forget about it. Let's just head back. But you got to keep going, and you will find other things on the way that you didn't even maybe think about or know.
Don't give up easily and let yourself be inspired, you know?
That's it, you heard it. Literally in the hotel right now. This is the last night that we have here in Singapore. I am currently in the process of editing the video for Bands I Want. I'm literally like importing the fucking videos as we speak. Type shit. And I guess like the thing that I really want to just leave with here is, don't let you being shy get in the way of you fucking doing what you're meant to do in this life. Like throughout this holiday, I've managed to get help from my fucking wonderful friend David. Like we'll literally go to places, we'll just be exploring whatever, whenever, and I have the camera with me, and I'll just give him the fucking camera, and I'm like, bro, just shoot one take of me for a music video just like right here, and he fucking does a great job at it. Honestly, I would not be able to do this shit without him. But I feel like the thing that I've really just started to understand since I've been here is like, I used to have a lot of anxiety around doing this kind of shit. I would just feel very shy to just ask someone like, hey, record a take of me, or like I always just kind of felt like I was taking a piss. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's like I just didn't want to ask people to do shit for me. It's just, I don't know. It's how I've kind of like just grew up most of my life is just do your own stuff. Don't ask people for shit. And I feel like it's finally time for me to leave that mentality behind, because you don't get very far doing that. Like, yeah, it's great to know how to do a lot of your own shit, but then there are things that you just can't do for yourself. But also, you gotta give people you gotta have a bit of faith in people that they want to help you the same way that you'd fucking help them, you know? I don't know where I've gotten this mentality from. I don't know if I was always like this, but yeah, so just ask your friends for help. Obviously, don't take the piss. And also try and get as much shit done yourself as you can, so then the weight and the load for them is not too fucking difficult. But yeah, just ask your friends for help.
Most of us go through the same old problems, with no fucking way to stop them. And to this day, I haven't found me an antidote, but just grinding and hustling.
You hear the birds?
Yeah, can you hear the birds? There's like a mad. Listen to that.
Sounds like an orgy festival.
They're probably having an orgy. They're going crazy on this shit. So yeah, Singaporean vibe, man. I can't lie. I'm messing with just how this city looks and feels. Yeah.
It's all new to us.
This is David's first time in the Orient, you know, and many more trips pending as well. But yeah, this is my first time technically in the Orient as well. Yo,
I can't even hear myself speak.
that night was crazy. You know the whole saying of like one person's rubbish, another person's treasure. No, man, rubbish is rubbish, and be mindful of that. So yeah, adios. The other thing that I really want to just try and like communicate right now is like, have your own equipment. Look, this almost goes back to like the idea of Marxism, right? So it's like they talk about capitalism and they say capitalists manage to control the means of production. So they have the factories, they have the fucking I don't know how else to say it, just means of production, right? So it's like with this music shit, if you have the time and energy and the kind of like availability to fucking learn how to do some of this stuff yourself, then I would highly recommend it, because then you just kind of like, you become a bit of a fucking unstoppable factory machine of creativity, because it's like you don't really depend on your location and other people and all this kind of stuff to get your shit done. Like, you can just get your shit done. I know this is almost like the opposite of what I was saying before, but it's like, look, I know a lot of people, they'll work many hours extremely hard to save up a bit of money and then go to the studio and pay a videographer to like shoot their music video and stuff. And then you always need to like work your time around other people's schedule of like, okay, when is the sound engineer available? When is the fucking videographer available? Can I even afford that right now? Like, and that might just slow your shit down a little bit. Whereas honestly, guys, I highly recommend to everybody who does music, specifically, I highly recommend to people, download Logic Pro on your fucking computer, watch some YouTube tutorials, heck, even shout me, I'll give you a bit of just free advice on how the fuck to like do your own recording and stuff. And just be very, very like patient with yourself, because like you can't just start here. You have to start here and make your way up there. So like, I've been recording my own music since 2018. And I feel like only around, it took me about a year and a half, maybe say 2 years, until I was producing stuff that I was like, yeah, I don't need a sound engineer. I don't need to pay someone to master my shit. I don't need to pay to go to studio. I know how to do this shit myself. But that also came off the back of like me doing that almost like every day. I would try and make a song almost every day. Even when I was at uni and I was studying, I was still trying to make a song as much as I could. And I had no clue what I was doing. I fucked up so many songs. At the beginning, the gap between what I would envision and what I actually ended up getting was fucking huge. But after a while, this gap between what you can imagine and what you can actually do becomes smaller and smaller and smaller until eventually, if you can envision it, you can actually do it. Like, and that is a great feeling. You just feel like there's nothing stopping you. There's no barriers. It's just go, 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 go. Execute ideas, and it's wonderful. I kind of managed to get myself over the years. Like, maybe my music journey has taken a bit longer than other people because I had to get really good at most of these aspects. But the thing that really held me back was like self-belief. For a very long time, I just didn't want to put my music out there. I just wasn't very confident with it. Now, things have changed, you know. But point being, for me to, like, if I want to record a song, I'm in my hotel room, I can record a song right here, right now. I've both of these two songs, Bands I Want and Different Way, they were both recorded in a fucking hotel room when I've just come back from a night out chilling with people, and I was just like, just had some vibes, you know. So for me, that's really helped. Just and you really don't need a lot. Like, people are like, oh, how am I gonna take my microphone stand, bro? You don't fucking need a microphone stand. You don't need that shit. Look, let me show you something. This is my microphone. I searched fluffy microphone thing on fucking Amazon. This is the fluffy thing. I just put that over the microphone, just like this, right? I connect it through a wire to my audio interface, which is a £60 audio interface. I think, at least back when I got it, it was £60. Scarlett interface. And then I connect that into the laptop. That is all the recording equipment that you fucking need. You need a pair of headphones, that's it. So someone's like, oh, is the room acoustically treated? Bro, I don't fucking care if it's acoustically treated. That's not even important. It's really not important. People will have you thinking that, like, in order for your music to be able to hit the masses, then it's got to be of like a very specific kind of quality and recorded in a soundproof room. It really fucking doesn't. Like, you never listen to a song and think to yourself, oh, I just like how acoustically treated the vocals are. Nobody thinks that. Maybe a sound engineer might, but like the average person doesn't give a fuck about that. I'll listen to a song and I'll fall in love with it of how it feels, how it makes me feel, not of that kind of shit. So it's like, so sometimes you gotta record and you gotta work in very, very imperfect conditions because there's a very real feeling that's in you and you can get that out in the most raw and authentic way right there and then. So why waste? If you have the song idea and you have the means to do it, just do it right there and then. You don't have to then be like, okay, well, let me voice note this, and then in like a month I'll be able to see my sound engineer, I'll be able to see my fucking studio guy, and then maybe I can start getting the idea. I mean, you know, fair enough, like that does work for some people, but if you belong to the same kind of like camp of artists as me in terms of like how you think, then you just want to get the rawest fucking take of the idea down and even just put that out as soon as humanly possible. So yeah, have your own recording equipment, practice time and time again on how to just get better at this shit. Watch, there is infinite amounts of information on YouTube, so there's really like no excuse. Back when I started, there was like not that many channels teaching you how to fucking mix and master your own shit and in the styles of music that you're looking for. And now it's like everywhere. So there's really no excuses. Invest in a camera. I've invested in a Sony A7 IV-R camera with a 16mm lens that I bought from CAX, like secondhand, and it fucking does everything. It does the fucking job. Learn how to shoot, watch the tutorials there, and then once you're good at editing as well, it's really as simple as you just give the fucking camera to your friend. You shoot some takes, you shoot some B-roll, you stitch that shit together, and then you fucking have a masterpiece. Like, how? Do you know what I mean? It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. It's not easy, but it's that simple. There's a difference, you know. It's not easy because it takes a while to get there. And maybe it's not necessarily simple because you gotta go through a bunch of trial and error to get there. But once you're there, then it feels like everything is just super easy and super simple. So it's worth it. Like the years that I've spent figuring out how to do this shit is fully worth it because now I can do whatever the fuck I want. In the regard of creating music and videos, I feel limitless. I wasn't always like that. So also when you see somebody and they just seem to know their way around shit so easily, don't be disheartened because there's a very, very high chance that person was once upon a time also looking at their peers and be like, yo, how do you guys all do this shit? And then they took the time and they got there. But anyway, I'm gonna start editing. Peace and love. Talk later.
I need it now. I need the bands I want. I need it now again. I need the bands I want. I need it now, yeah. I need the bands I want.